नमस्ते दोस्तों, नमस्ते नमस्ते, शाबाश। रुक जाइए 1 मिनट, हाँ, कहीं मत जाना। और सब ठीक ठाक है? अभी बिजली नहीं है, वो मेरा कमरा आधा अंधेरा हो गई। ठीक होगा, शाबाश शाबाश। ओ क्या हाल है, सब ठीक ठाक है? आह, शाबाश, कहीं मत जाना, हाँ, मैं यही हूँ, मैं यही हूँ। शाबाश, वाह, मैं यही हूँ, शाबाश। पहाड़ी डेविड लाइव स्ट्रीम। Yeah. Oh, makeup, fake up, हाँ? यो, नमस्ते, धन्यवाद, शाबाश, वाह वाह वाह। ओ क्या हाल है, सब ठीक ठाक है? अभी कमरा आधा आधा अंधेरा है, हाँ, अंधेरा पड़ता है गो। ओए, बिजली आएगी, थोड़ी देर बाद आएगी, शाबाश, वाह वाह वाह। ओ दोस्तों, और सब ठीक ठाक है? आप कहाँ का है? ये कौन है? डाकू मंगल, happy bandit, happy bandit. Namaste, Daku Mongol. Namaste. Oh, Pat, how are you? Fine? Good, good, good. We just don't have any power at the moment. This is just like rechargeable lights, you know. But I think the power will come shortly. How are you, Pat, in the land of Queens there? The land of Queens in Australia, Queensland. Queensland. How are you tonight, Pat? Fine? Good, 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 good. Shabash. Hey, Pat, sharing the screen with Daku Mongol. Daku Mongol means Hindi happy bandit, happy robber. A bit of a mystery person, this one. Bit of a mystery person, happy bandit. Daku Mongol. Mongol means happy. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Pat. Good, good, good. I'll answer all your texts later. Good, good, good. And just waiting for the light to come. It's not so bright in here at the moment. There we go. Wow. It's like setting up for a film, but there's no film crew, you know? All right then, let's kick off. I'm just getting my harmonica in case there may be one or two requests, you know? Right? Yeah. Oh. 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 Ah. Ah, that's better. That's better. Well, the live stream's still warming up here. There are only 2 people here. Pat McLenaghan from Australia sharing the screen with the happy bandit. The happy bandit, Daku Mongol. Oh, Mongol ji, kya hal hai? Sab theek thak hai? Aap kaise ho? How are you? Oh, Daku Mongol, how's business day? How's business? Is it fine? Wow, wow, wow. Ah. Hey, Pat, I fixed up the problem about straining my eyes. It was very simple. I've just, see, this is the usual right here. So just since 3 days, I just moved the selfie stick, the selfie stand, the tripod, just moved it back about 1 foot, and I can read perfectly, well, almost perfectly, which is, that's perfect. That's perfect. Dev Kumar, namaste. Yes, Dev, I'm Dave and you're Dev. Namaste, Dev Kumar. How are you? Are you fine? Good. Is it warming up there now, the climate? Pankaj Kumar, namaste, Pankaj Jha. Wow. Yeah, Pat, it was very simple. Wow. Phew. Wow. The power has come. The power has come. Everything has come. Wow. Game on, Rajiv. Oh. Game on. Aditya. Hello, Aditya. How are you? Namaste. Fine. Good. Hello, Dev. Good day, mate. Well, are you sure you're not Australian? You sound Australian, Dev Kumar. Wow. So, Aditya, how are you, Game on? Are you fine? That's good. Pankaj. Oh, मौसम कैसा है वहाँ कुछ गर्मी हो गई गर्मी की शुरू या हल्का वाला केवल this year, Pat, it's all building up, Pat, in Queensland to be a real, I don't like to use the word, but I must. In the Northern Hemisphere, Pat, now it's building up to be a real killer of a summer season this year, a real killer. I think it will exceed all previous summertime records, you know. Oh, Dev Kumar, Pat, that's right, Pat or Patricia. Uh, they're talking to each other. That's good. Yeah, Dev Kumar, Pat McClenahan. She's also a retired nurse, same work as me, same age, and we worked together for a few years in the same hospital in Sydney. Can you believe 50, 53 years before we worked in the same hospital? Pat was still doing her nurse's training. She's originally from the Philippines, but now she's dinky die Aussie since many years. And we communicate regularly on WhatsApp. And Dev, we lost contact with each other for 50 years. We remembered each other because we worked in the same hospital. And then about 1 year ago, Pat, she saw my name on Facebook, so we reunited, you know. Game on. Aditya, now this is a heavy duty question. Game on. Aditya is asking, have you ever been in love, Dave? I'm not sure. Maybe, just maybe. And maybe 2 or 3 or even 4 times. Now, Aditya, I can't share the most intimate details with you. This is a public channel. But give me 5 minutes, Game on, and I'll give you some basic details, okay? All right. Yes, Dev, Pat does remember this old guy. And remember, she's only 1 year younger than I am. 1 or 2 years. Yes, Ganesh. Now you can see the communication here. Pat from Australia, my previous workmate from 50 years before, she will never come to join me in the mud house. She doesn't live in extreme luxury, hey Pat? She doesn't live in extreme luxury. She's just middle class, but she would never ever be able to live with me here. We do have a hot water geyser. Yeah, we got a hot water geyser, but that's the only luxury I have here now. So now Ganesh Kodave, Ganesh Kodave. Namaste, Ganesh. Kia hal hai, sab ठीक ठाक hai. Shabash. Wow, 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 wow. Hi Vivek, namaste Vivek. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll give you a full answer in a few minutes, Vivek. Thanks for coming, Vivek. And I've been saying for decades, Britain is a tiny piece of land. Now maybe what, 75 million? I don't know. A tiny piece of land, Great Britain, compared with my Australia, which is well, pretty well the biggest island on the planet, with just a meager 30 million. And I'm not surprised that people are feeling cramped in Britain, Anyhow, I'll give you a full answer in about 5 minutes, Vivek. Thanks for coming. Namaskar. Namaskar. Kya hal hai? Sab theek thaak hai? Shabash. Ho gaya kaam? Jees S. Well, you retracted your message there. You can say almost anything you like to me, Jees. We do talk on all subjects here. All subjects. Well, almost all subjects. Yeah. That's right, Dev. Yes, yeah. Good memories, good memories. And Pat says she remembers me very well. Very well, Pat, or very well? Hey? Now, William. Hi there, William. That sounds like a nice Anglo name to me. William, how are you? Namaste, Indian greeting. Namaste to you, William. Are you coming back the second or third time maybe to my live stream, are you? Now game on. Aditya, have you ever been in love, Dave? Well, in those days while I was still only a young muruga, I was still only a young muruga, so maybe it was like puppy love, puppy love. But I had a taste of love, yes. When I was a young man, I had one or two girlfriends. Actually, three or four. Different times. No, different times. Yeah, I am a faithful person. I would never cheat. No, really. And between the ages of 16 to 31, Aditya, 16 to 31. If you give me a small payment, I'll continue the story, okay? Oh, wait a minute. This small channel's not monetized yet. That's right. Never mind. Now, why isn't the screen moving? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm shaking the screen here. Why isn't the screen moving? All right. Okay. Thanks, William. I'm fine. Thanks. How are you going? Okay. Yeah, my background briefly is, in case you're wondering, am I Indian, Nepali, Pakistani, or Mongolian, or British, or something like that? My background is Anglo-Australian. I was born in Angleland. Angleland, yeah. Do you remember the Angles? Where did the Angles come from? The Angles, an ancient race of people. When they moved to Britain, about the 5th century, they they took over Britain, and then England became, it was previously Britain or something like that. And then because of the Angles, it became the land of the Angles, or England. Ah, how the cost of the internet in Pat, I'll give you some idea. 1 month for mobile data, just on my simple level, 1 month charge, 28 days for mobile data, costs me the grand total of currently $6 Australian, 1 month mobile data. How much does that cost you over there? Like two 2G, 2GB? Huh? Ah, Sahil, namaste, Sahil. Ah, land of the Angles. That's right. The Angles were a Germanic tribe from extreme northwest Germany. We're talking in modern terms, northwest Germany, right? Close to Denmark, very close to Denmark, on the west coast there of that ocean there. And they were a Germanic tribe. And in about the 5th century, there was a big wave of these Germanic people, sometimes violent, sometimes non-violent, getting on their boats and just traveling 200 or 300 miles to the west, to Britain, you see, and they settled there. Yeah, that's where we get the term Anglo, you see, Angles, Anglo-Saxon, like that, you know? That's right, Angles. Sahil, now Sahil wants us to see. Namaste, Namaste Sahil, aapke Sahil. Sahil definitely wants us to see his message. He's put it in capital letters, uppercase letters, so everybody, the whole world can see it. And do you think, Sahil, that these days, with the huge population of human animals on the planet, counted 8.2 billion, do you think that mankind should be starting to slow down a little bit now, spreading his life force? Do you think it's time for mankind to are you willing to make some sort of compromise? Samjhota ban jaoge iski bari mein? Oh, Sahil ji, kuch samjhota ban jaoge? Hey Baba. Krishna Priyamsi, namaste. Thanks for coming back, Krishna ji. And please remember, you lovely people, to, if you want to, just tap twice on the channel, on the screen, and this will help the channel grow more quickly, you know? And Vivek's not listening at the moment, I know. And you may like to please spend more time, please, on this channel, okay? That will help very much. Dev, well, that's what we're paying here. That's what I'm paying for 2GB. I'm paying 350 rupees a month, 28 days. Australia, I don't know. Oh, now Pat, Dev Kumar, Pat's telling you the full story. They pay, and remember, currently the Australian dollar against the Indian rupee is at record heights, astronomically high, about 65, 66 Indian rupees to 1 Australian dollar, right? So they pay, Dev, in Australia, $30 1 month. $30 1 month. It seems like it's 5 times more, but different salary wage system, everything over there, very different. You really can't. Yeah, but Sahil, the human population is absolutely overloaded. Are you promoting the idea that maybe if people don't, if some families don't continue to produce human animals like rabbits, are you saying that maybe in 2,000 years the human race will be extinct or something? Speak clearly, Sahil, please. Mm. Drastically decline. Wow, wow, wow. Vivek, yes, David, Europe is living in energy poverty. Yes, well, Europe and the West have had it good for many, many decades, haven't they? Eh? Oh, now there are a lot of messages coming. रुक जाइए और 5 मिनट 5-7 मिनट रुक जाइए और आपको पूरा जवाब दूंगा, ठीक है? Oh, yes, Dev. In those 4 girlfriends, there was the foreign masala mix. There was the foreign masala mix. She originally came from the Netherlands, Holland, right? That's right. And my 3 other long-time girlfriends were all Australian. Sahil Lahura. Sahil Lahura, that sounds like a Hindu name. Lekin फिर आप बोलिए Sahil, आप बोलिए. Men are supposed to be polygamous from an evolutionary perspective. Polygamous means more than one marriage. Now, Sahil, please, ruk jaiye, kahi mat jaiye, lekin you're Hindu, are you? Thanks, Sahil. Yes, not too bad. Not too bad for 76. Not too bad. Sahil, I believe that young Muruga, yeah. When we get older, Sahil and everybody, when we get older, we hope that 3 major organs are working well. The brain, the mind, the heart, and the stomach. We only want that the stomach, the heart, and the mind work very well. That's all we want. The rest of it just works automatically, like on autopilot, you know? Not so important. But the heart, the stomach, and the mind, in my case, are still working quite well, quite well. Vivek, what does this mean? Maybe a typing error. Vivek, Europe should be ready to become some. Array. It may happen if I'm only. No, I won't say it about Sharia law. No, I won't say it because it's bad luck to say something that may actually happen one day. Yeah. Now, Vivek is saying, David, what's your opinion? 7 lakh persons left the UK to go to US, Canada. Yeah. Look. I mean, I was born in England, so I know, you know. Compared with the USA, compared with Canada, compared with Australia, Vivek, I think this is the answer mainly. United Kingdom probably now's got about 75 million, hasn't it? Yeah. And some of them are trying to force Sharia law down our throats. Eh? They would have us all wearing burqas and hijabs and all sorts of black coloured robes, you know. Some of them would. They would force that down our throats. But I think mainly the bigger thing is just that Great Britain is just such a tiny area with a big population, and people are feeling cramped, you know. Do you say in Hindi also Gaj Bajat, Gaj Baj or Kaj Baj? Yeah, that's how they're feeling, I think. And jobs are not so easy to find also, you see, Vivek. Ganesh, I first, Ganesh, are you still here, please? Ganesh, are you still on the live stream? Yes or no? And then I'll answer your question. You see? Are you still here, Ganesh G? Wow, a lot of people are coming tonight. Holy moly. Wow, wow. Who's been promoting this channel lately? Poof. Uh, Please just wait 6 or 7 minutes or sab aap log ko jawab dunga, jarur dunga aapki text. Sahil, maybe I'm just not well informed, you know? You're expressing yourself very, very well in my own language. Sahil is saying he might sound delusional at first. Delusional means having wrong thoughts. They're not thinking in the right way. Um, but Sahil says if we look up the population estimates and projections in the coming decades, we're in for a surprise. Well, that's interesting. See, Lahora, I was only half serious when I said, are you Hindu or you're not Muslim, are you? I mean, the name isn't Muslim because you were pushing polygamy, pushing to increase the population. That's why I said that. No offence. Um, so, what, a Dalit can't be allowed to become a Hindu in 2026? I know this is a very, very sensitive subject I've opened here, um, but this is 2026, isn't it? India's a democratic country. Sahid, as a Dalit, are you able in this lifetime to become a Hindu? Excuse my ignorance. We do talk on all subjects. We talk without fear. My aim is not to upset or offend anybody. Sometimes I get abused also, but when people abuse me, at least they're spending time on the channel. You know, they're increasing my, they're increasing the channel watch hours. So even if people abuse me, not you, Sahil, but other people, yeah. If people abuse me, at least they're in touch with me. They're spending time on the channel, and on that subject, I welcome it. You know, मैं पुराना मुसाफिर हूँ. Now, now, now. Savia Achi, namaste, Savia. Uh, Thanks for coming back, Sharma. Thanks for coming back, Sharma ji. And Sharma is saying you need tapasya for ancient technology to achieve more progress in India. Yes, Sahil, I know you're serious. I know now. No. Sahil is serious. He is. Sahil's first message was a heavy duty message to catch our attention. To catch our attention. Why not? And he is serious. I believe that. Hi, Zane. Thanks for asking him. Namaste, Zane, and thanks for coming back. Yeah. I'm just a lot of messages. So I may take 10 minutes to answer your message. Okay, are you still there, Ganesh? Hey, Bapri Bap. Agya Fir, Himanshu. Namaste, Himanshu. How are you? How's it going on your side? Now, now. Angry. Hi there, Angry. I hope you're still here. I'm actually Anglo Australian, born in England and lived in Australia a long time, and angry. I call myself Pahadi David because I've lived in the Himalayas a total, coming and going, a total of half of my lifetime. Dev, I'll say it again. You may be confused, Dev. I'm paying here in Bharat for 28 days with Geo server, $6 or 350 rupees, 28 days. Yes, Sahil is making his point that the total fertility rate is globally on a decline anyway. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Oof. Zane, yes, I do remember you very, very well, Zane. Don't worry about that. Thank you. Now, Diraj, namaste. And please remember, if you just tap twice on the screen, you know what happens. Thank you. Savya Achi, Tapasya. See, Sahil Lahora is looking at this situation very, very seriously. He is. Yeah. Yes, Savya Achi Sharma, I do. I'm here in Bharat, in Uttarakhand state, Khorsani. Excuse me. Oh, Haricha, hey Baba. Where did that come from? One more's coming, I think. Aradhana, Rosie. Thanks, Rosie, from. Hi, Meramora Sarabi Bab. Excuse me, yeah? As usual, in about half an hour, I'll explain why I say every night, Meramora Sarabi Bab, okay? This just gets your attention, and then I'll give a short, sharp message to young people about choosing not to smoke anything and choosing not to drink anything. Vivek, have I replied to you now? Yes. The INF. Hi, the INF. Namaste. Thanks for coming. Dev, attaboy David, you're an Australian man, or you were Australian in a previous lifetime. Attaboy. Dave, good Holland. Yes, my deepest love. 3 years. Yo, Honeypreet. Yo ho, Honeypreet. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And please remember, everybody, if the longer you stay on this live stream tonight, the more it will help this channel grow more quickly, okay? There are different reasons why I do this live stream, different reasons, not just one reason, okay? Thank you. Yo, I'm in the small town of Khorsani in Uttarakhand, northern India. I see Zane. Zane is replying to Sahil Lahora that it's not due to the fertility rate, it's mainly due to young, cheap workers that corporate companies need. Dev is saying India illegalized polygamy only in 1956. I see. Polygamy, if you're wondering what does polygamy mean, poly means many, polygamy means many marriages, or legally, polygamy simply means you have more than one marriage. The INF, tell us about Himachal Pradesh, where polygamy is still carried on. That's interesting, Dev. Dev is saying polygamy was legal in India before 1956, David, and people used to have huge families. Yeah, they certainly did. Well, that's interesting, Savia Achi. Thanks, Savia, for repeating that message. Savia Achi Sharma is saying, do you know the Japanese are doing a protest in Japan for not making a mosque in Japan? Look, let's have more of these controversial messages. Let's have more controversy, more controversy. Only for the reason that on this channel, I, and I hope you, are not afraid to talk very honestly and clearly about certain subjects, okay? Certain subjects need to be talked about. Certain subjects don't need to be kept quiet. Now, this is interesting. The Japanese are doing a protest there not to have a mosque in Japan. Look, honestly, and I'm not anti-Muslim, I'm not surprised that the Japanese are protesting they don't want to have a mosque built in Japan. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I like to say, I'm multi-religious. I'm an old traveller, senior traveller. I've lived with families from all ideologies and I accept them all equally. But, look at what's happened from some extremist elements from Islam. Look what's happened from some small extremist elements in Islam in the last 25 years. Who's surprised that the Japanese don't want to have one mosque built in Japan? Who's surprised at that? So I'm not misunderstood. Every ideology, every religion is full of great, loving, accepting people. It's only the small lunatic, lunatic, I'm using in the adjectives, a lunatic element, who are extremist and turn to violence. It's a small element. Most people from everywhere want peace, quiet, love, acceptance, grow their family, grow their life. Am I right? Zane, I didn't reach the original message there. Telling Sharma Safiachi that some misunderstanding between Savia and Zane there. I missed it. Thanks, Rakshid. Look, आज संदेशम बहुत हैं मुझसे सामने संदेशम बहुत हैं स्क्रीन पर तो रुक जाइए और जरूर 7-8 मिनट से अंदर आपको जवाब दूंगा ठीक है Thanks, Rakshit, being pinned as we speak. Yo, look. Thanks, Radhana, Rosie from Delhi. How are you going with your new channel? Rosie, Rosie joined us last night the first time. What's the subject of your videos? Any subject or broad subjects? Sahil. I'm swamped with messages tonight. This is great. I do this live stream for various reasons, not just that reason, because the average YouTuber doesn't become a millionaire overnight. There are other reasons why I do it almost every night. Thanks, Sahil. Somebody's doing something to help me. Naresh, namaste, Naresh. Thanks for coming back, Naresh. Kia hal hai? Kia hal hai? Some TikTok, hey? Zane, Savia, have I missed Zane is a bit irritated by Savyaachi Sharma's text about the Japanese refusing to build a mosque in Japan. Uh, in a perfect world, let's call it utopia, right? Utopia means a perfect world. U-T-O-P-I-A. U-T-O-P-I-A comes from a Greek word. It means the perfect world. In a perfect world, which we will never have on the planet, impossible, unless all of mankind, becomes extinct. We'll never have a perfect world. In a perfect world utopia, all ideologies would accept each other. There'd be no conflict. No religions would be saying, only my religion is the true one, my God's name, blah, 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 and yours is imitation. There would be none of that. And in that utopia, every country would accept all other religions to build their places of worship equally in a perfect world. Will that ever happen? Oh, impossible. Impossible. Because humanity is what it is, good and bad, open-minded and narrow-minded, loving or violent. I'm just catching up on these messages. Thanks, Rakshit. Um, Sinchun, thank you. You young, that means I'm looking young. Yes, 76 years young, Sinchun. Thanks for coming back, Sinchun. Please remember, everybody, to help this small channel grow. Tap 2 times on the screen if you like to and please tell your social circle about this small, almost unknown channel, okay? Yes, Sinchun, nadam naram. Whatever. You're in high demand here in India, mate. Wow. Dheeraj, in recent days I've been pushing gently, please tap 2 times to like, and actually the like numbers have increased in the last 4 or 5 days, Dheeraj. Armanul, can you see this little beard stubble, Armanu? Salam, namaste to you. This is a beard growing on a man. Do you need any more proof? Arre yar. This is the beard growing on a man's face. So please, Armanu, no gender misconception. You can call me grandpa, okay? Not grandma, grandpa. Yeah, Sahil, I admire and respect exactly your approach. Yeah, you're stating it exactly how it is, right? You're stating it exactly how it is. Um, and nobody's calling you anti-mankind, okay? Nobody's calling you anti-mankind. If they do, well, that's interesting. Sahil Lohura said to my little question there before, Sahil says he's a Dalit, right? And he definitely does not want to be a Hindu. Trust me. Well, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. I will learn something also from this. No, I'm not trying to provoke. No. There are still many imperfections in life, in humanity, right? Many imperfections. But by looking at subjects very deeply, talking about things, let's hope we can improve the world. Savya Achi is saying Sahil Lohura doesn't want to be Hindu. He wants to become like an early Vedic Santana Dharma. I see. Savia and Sahil, a little bit of heat there. That's all right. We like heat on this live stream. We like some heat. We like some controversy because of what I just said 3 minutes before, you know? Savia, in my knowledge, with all due respect, Savia Sharma, um, Indian civilization may not be the oldest civilization on the planet, but you continue to believe it is. You love your culture very much. You love your religions, our ideologies. You continue to believe it is. Why not? But there is evidence that there are older civilizations. For example, Sumeria. You know Sumeru Parabat? Sumeria, now called Iran, Iraq. The Europeans called it Mesopotamia. Thanks, Dev. Dev is saying, David, don't worry about Hinduism, mate. It will look after itself. I added that. Just be yourself. Savia, Savia, we may never know the most ancient culture, but you know, it's on the top list, equal with like Indian, pre-Vedic, pre-Harappan, Chinese, Yellow River civilization, very ancient. Middle Central American, you know, Egyptian, Sumerian, European, African. Savia, Sharma, do you know that it's proved that we are all, everybody on the planet is part African? In my knowledge, everybody's part African. Yeah, even me. No, I'm not. I'm serious. I am serious. The top experts say this because, like about 400,000 years ago, black African man migrated out of Africa and then developed into more modern, what we call Homo sapiens, wise man, what we call Homo sapiens. Some are very wise humans. So, Savia, older civilizations apparently came from Africa. We're going back 2, 3, 400,000 years before Savia. Huh? Amit Kapri. Thank you, David Guru. Wow, wow. Namaste. Thanks, Amit. Namaste. Yes, Zane. You see, some experts link the old Mesopotamian, Sumerian, Sumeru Parbat, with traces of very ancient African languages. Oh, you're doing well? That's good, Himanshu. Good. Sharma Achi is saying the Dalits came into existence after 1000 AD when the caste system really changed into a very, very exploitating system, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, look, Vivek, I'm not an expert on this, Mesopotamia. We may never know the oldest civilization. And even some modern, you know, like carbon dating and other age dating systems are not 100. We may never know unless we dig up every inch of ground going very deep all over the planet. We may never know. But it's very, very important to a culture to know where we came from. Some people don't want to know the full story, right? But that's their problem, yeah? Aradhana, we don't talk about political and religious things every night, but we do spend some time on it. You, Rosie, Aradhana, Rosie, please understand that you viewers dictate most of what we discuss on these live streams since 5 months. You, you viewers dictate what we discuss, what the subjects are, most of the time, right? Some people don't want to talk about religion and some people don't want to talk about politics. Of course they don't. Of course some people don't want to talk about religion and politics. Of course they don't. But others do like to talk. So we try and make a compromise, Rosie. But in recent days now, Rosie, when people ask me very briefly about the British era in South Asia, and it was a really big era, mistake. When people talk about the British era, I don't talk too much about it now because I've spoken about it a lot over the last 5 months. Let's change the subject. Uh, and I try not to talk about your internal political system. Why would I, a foreigner, want to talk too much about your own internal political system? Why would I want to get involved in that? Just very briefly, very, very lightly, you know? Dev is saying to Aradhana, Dev, Aradhana came last night to join us the first time, Dev Kumar, and because she says even Indians have a problem to pronounce her name, so she calls herself Rosie. Rosie, yeah, that's right. We can talk of anything. Why internet problem? Why is it so important for some people to want to say that they have the very, very oldest civilization in history? Why is it so important? You see, and let me say this: you got to look into that question, you know. And also, let me say this: until 12,000 years before, there were repeated, extremely intensely cold ice ages on this planet, right? Intensely cold. Many forms of life died, right? It's only in the last 12,000 years ago, maybe in the last 6 or 7,000 years, that we have recorded history. So think about mankind, civilizations living before the last ice age, before 12,000 years ago. You've got to go back much more deeply than 8,000 years before Sharma, much further back than that, eh? And anyhow, why do some people want to say, wow, culture is... If you went to China, the Chinese would be saying their culture is the very oldest, and it may be. In Sumeria, Iran, Iraq, eh? That's very old. Central America, Europe even. Now, मुझे को 5 7 8 मिनट दीजिए और मुझे से सामने संदेशन बहुत हैं सुनिए first I'll look at a new and the newest messages, okay? Savia Sharma, what is happening today in Japan? They don't want Muslim mosque there. And who's surprised? But go back in my live stream what I said 25 minutes ago on the subject. I'm not anti-Muslim, but you've got to look why. Okay? Wordplay. Hi there, English wordplay. Namaste to you, in Indian greeting to you, English wordplay. Thanks for coming. And please, everybody, um, uh, tap 2 times to like, tell your social circle about this small um, live stream, yeah? English wordplay. Oh, you're from India, I think, aren't you? Yeah. Now, if I look like Tom Alter, then I'm an actual reincarnation of Tom Alter. Dev. Antinatal is knocking on the door. He should be knocking on the door, Dev. Antinatalism should definitely be knocking on the door. That's right, Xavier. Will those whom we are giving shelter to, will they adopt our culture? If not, then they will consider it a so-called right which does not belong to them. Yeah, right. Well, you know, the best that some migrants can do, Xavier, coming into a new country as guest work visas, is to adopt half of the local culture and retain half of their own culture. Huh? Savia Achi, I see. Buri Grava Said. Grava. Oh, that's nice, Haridana. Rosie from Delhi. Your channel is doing well. Good. Thanks for remembering me. Yeah, my memory's not too bad, you know. When we get less young, Rosie, we hope to have only three major organs working well: the brain, the mind, the heart, and the stomach. The rest just work on autopilot. But when we become less young, Rosie, the brain, the mind, the heart, and the stomach, if they're working well together, wow, wow, wow. Antinatalism, speak up, antinatalism. All around the world, speak up, antinatalism, speak loudly. Thanks, Dev. Haridana, David loves to have a chat on anything. Yeah, anything. Well, almost anything, anyhow. uh, you know, he's an experienced old man. Yes, yes, yes. Saurabh, Waldia, Namaste, Saurabh. Orki Herin sab tic tac chu. Tumra tabiet. तबीयत और जिंदगी खुश हरो सब राजी खुशी हरो ओ सौरभ जी आज की खा लो आज बता पे जवाब दियो पे सौरभ बता डुबो खा लो पाऊंगा कापा kakara रेट ओहे वाह 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 भांगा लून खा लो भांगा लून भाई बेहद है गए यार बेहद है गए ऐ बाप रे बाप Soham Farse, Soham Face, Soham Face. Thanks for coming back, Soham. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. Neil Bunsell, Neil Bunsell. Namaste, Neil. That looks like a nice Hindustani name to me. Thanks for coming, Neil. I'm Anglo-Indian and I'm Pahadi David because I lived in the Himalayas half of my lifetime. So I have full authority, limited as it is. I have full authority, limited as it is, to call myself Mountain David. Thanks, Neil. Thanks for coming. Please say yes. Holy moly beats. Holy moly beats. David, are you Jewish? Kia aap Yahudi ho? 5 minute रुक जाइए holy moly और आपको पूरा पूरा ईमानदार जवाब दूंगा. Times do change, you know. Thanks, Aridana, Rosie. Look, this keeps me from sitting in my chair. Otherwise, Nahito Kia Karunga Yadi Lagbag Rat Say Rat. Live stream, jive stream, Nahi Karunga To Kia Karunga. Kahang Jaunga. Me Akela Beitunga Kurasima. Diwal Dekunga. Maki Marunga, Maki Marunga. Eh? Or Mera mort ki bari mein sochunga. Lagatar mera mort ki bari mein sochunga. Just waiting to die. Otherwise, I'll just be sitting in my chair, looking at the wall, killing flies, eh? Waiting for my final day to come, eh? Amit Kapri, namaste Amit, namaste, kia hal hai, sab theek thak hai? Katu double Kamala Devi Kaku. Katuk double Kamala. David Kaku. I don't understand the middle word Kamala. Please, Mujiko Bataye, Kia Matlab Hey Kamala. Alwyn Peter, hey Bob, Primera Mora Sarabi Bob. Alwyn Peter, namaste. Thanks for coming back, Alwyn. You're coming and going. I'm trying to get your full attention. We need people to stay more time on this channel for various reasons, Alwyn, and for especially for 4,000 hours live stream watch hours. Thanks for coming back, Alwyn. If you can find a place, it's very congested tonight, very, very congested on the channel. Now at 8 o'clock, just before the break, we'll have our regular True Traveller's Tales. Okay, it's called TTT, True Traveller's Tales, from Pahadi David, who has travelled in 24 countries. Speaks English very, very well. Still learning Hindi, Kumani, and Nepali. Okay, and we'll have a TTT session at 8 o'clock. True Traveller's Tales. Okay. Which country will I speak about tonight? Tahiti, Fiji, East Timor. Every night he brings up East Timor. Some of you people still don't know where East Timor is, do you? You may never find out. Unless you look on Google Barbara or YouTube, okay? East Timor, Timor. Savya Achi, Dayanand Saraswati is a great person. I believe it. Sahil, I think I'm going back to front with the messages. I think you're leaving. Thanks, Sahil Lohura. You've made a very, very deep impression on this live stream tonight. And Sahil saying, I say I'm going backwards with the messages, okay? Sahil saying to Dev, keep whining about it, Dev. Learn to deal with it, eh? Wow. Sahil Lahura, you maybe it's not your first time on our live stream. Oh no, maybe it is. Yeah. Bapri bap, mera mora, sarabi bap, Purana Darpok te. All right then. Now about my mora sarabi bap. Yeah, people do like it, don't they? They do like it. But behind that joke is a very, very serious subject. And I'm no saint. I had my fun when I was younger. Believe me, I had a lot of fun when I was younger. And I can't talk about it on this family channel, okay? On this public channel, can't talk about it. But you can imagine the 1960s, 1970s. Wah. But why Sharabi Ba Purana Darpok Te? Because listen to you young people. Please listen to this while I pour myself some hot water. You young people have got your whole lives ahead of you. As long as mankind continues to live on the planet, okay? Yeah. You young people who don't yet smoke anything or who don't yet drink anything, you don't need to have any smoking or alcohol addiction in your life. You don't want to be the master to smoke or drink. Okay? Do you want it? Don't you want it? No, you don't want it. If you young people never smoke anything, there are plenty of substances to smoke these days, plenty of substances. If you never smoke anything one time, you'll never have an addiction. If you never try one type of alcohol, and bapri bap, there are many types of alcohol drinks to try, right? If you never try one time alcohol, you will never be addicted to it. Think about it. That's it. That's the message. That's why I say every night 4 or 5 times, bapri bap, mera mora sarabi bap. That's why I say that. Okay? And that is serious, yeah? Be the master of your own life. As far as we can master ourselves, we all need oxygen. We all need food, right? We all need love and acceptance. We all need work and money. But as far as you want to be your own master, don't drink, don't smoke. And listen, if some of your friends like a drink, my suggestion, as soon as your friends start to drink, move away from the room, move away from the building even. Now, I'm scrolling up, so don't mind, okay? Yeah, Ridana, Rosie from Delhi, you have an acute, very serious aversion, hate to politics, don't you? You do, yeah. But one thing's for sure, Rosie. In some countries, politics is in a real mess. The social system is in a real mess. There is not equality in many countries, right? And if we common people don't discuss these issues, the situation will never change. What can you say to that? All right, Sahil, I think you've left now, but please come back. Definitely come back, yes? Hard Strike Gaming. Hello, namaste, Hard Strike Gaming. And please, everybody, if you can, um, tap the screen to like 2 times. And please, everybody, subscribe if you like already. Tell your social circle about this small channel. Please promote me, yes? Now, now I'm now looking. I'm scrolling down now. I will be scrolling down. Just a moment, please. That's nice, Rosie Aridhana. You cook, you make beautiful God edits. Very nice. You'll do more soon. You're doing videos on your cooking. That's nice. And Rosie, let's be honest, if you're on the good looking side, you'll even get more people looking at your channel, you know? Now, I'm scrolling down now, okay? I'm scrolling down now. Vishal Patak. Namaste, Vishal. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to this channel. And you want to learn English. Look, I can't teach you English. I can't teach you English because of my tourist visa. But Vishal, यदि आप इस चैनल को देखोगे, मेरे चैनल पर इसमें मेरी पुरानी लेकिन current 15 या 16 अंग्रेजी teaching videos हैं, ठीक है? शायद आपके लिए इससे कुछ फ़ायदा होगा। और मेरा system English teaching videos पर Devanagari English system. Hey, Devanagari English system. Vishal, aapki Devanagari lipi mein. Vishal, I'm Anglo-Australian. Ah, now Dev Kumar agrees Africa is the origin. You see, if people, Dev, in my limited knowledge, if people, Dev, are talking about my culture's 8,000 years old or 10,000 years old or 7,000 years old, that cannot begin to compare with very, very, very ancient civilizations in Africa, dozens or hundreds of thousand years ago. I see English wordplay. You're in Meghalaya. Ah, the land of clouds, yes? Thanks for coming, English wordplay from Meghalaya. Namaste. Fir aiye, jarul aiye. I see, Savia. So the Harappan culture was 8,000 years old with advanced technology. They had advanced technology, did they, in the Harappan days? What? Did they have broadband internet? Did they have hot water geysers? Did they have jets? Did they have interplanetary travel? No, I mean real interplanetary travel. And did they have DNA testing kits? Did they have advanced surgical procedures like advanced cardiac surgery and things? Did they have all those things? Yes, Dev. The Mughals looted India to the satisfaction of their hearts. Don't forget the cunning British. Don't forget the cunning British brought some good things. Yes, Vivek, of course they did. Lekin. Dev Kumar is saying, it's only 5,000 years since we started doing agriculture and farming, mate. We're newly out of the jungle. We're newly out of the jungle, newly out of the caves. Ah. Yes, Sofia, there may be some truth in that. When the world was doing hunting and gathering, we were mining bronze and ruling the world. Well, I don't know about ruling the world, but yeah, no, I agree to some degree. Thanks, Shakraji. I'll put that likes target on there now, all right? I'll put that on there now. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Yes, Savia, Sharma, they're absolutely right. If you go to Iran, very close, very, very close to the original homeland of the Aryans. They say the original home of the Aryans, originally, I mean, was just north of Iran, around the Caucasus Mountains. And I'm going from memory, the Caspian Sea, Aral Sea, Black Sea, something like that, yeah. You'll find in Iran and Azerbaijan Vedic gods' temples. There are definitely, no doubt about it. People, if you don't know already, Iran means land of Aryans. Iran means land of Aryans. This is reality. This is reality. Team Aditya. Namaste, Team Aditya. You're from India? That's nice. Thank you. Aditya, I'm Anglo-Australian, Aditya, and I call myself Pahadi David, Mountain David, because coming and going, half of my lifetime, I've lived in the Himalayas, yes? Where are you from, Aditya, in India? Which place? Thanks, Aditya. Thanks for talking more tonight. That's very nice. Thanks, you're a big fan. That's nice. Very nice. Thank you. जी आदित्य मैं 80% समझता कम से कम हिंदी 80% और Nepali 30%, Kumaoni 55%, English about 6,000%. No, Aditya, I'm Anglo-Australian. Anglo-Australian. Yes, yes, Anglo-Australian, Aditya. Surajo Sarada, Surajo Sarada. Namaste, Wahi Guru to you. And thanks for coming. Is this your first time on my live stream, Surajo? Please stay because at 8 o'clock we'll have our regular TTT session, okay? TTT session. What is TTT session? What is TTT? What is TTC session? Well, you'll find out. If you come back at 8 o'clock, please come back and we'll talk on that for 5 minutes, okay? Every almost every night at 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. TTT session. Very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. Now, Abhishek Kumar, namaste, Abhishek. Thanks for coming back. Thank you. Psi recovery with these very advanced English expressions, which pseudonomus, now I don't have any clue recovery journey about what pseudonomus aurgions. Rosie, excellent. Rosie says she never did and never will do cigarettes, alcohol or other drugs. And they only ruin the mind and body. Absolutely, they bad aspects, doesn't it? All around the world, eh? Bad aspects, doesn't it? All around the world, eh? To discuss. Oh, some people get too touchy about this topic, which can be overwhelming. That's why this is all part of the process of discussing in freedom. Very welcome to maybe the first time Indian number. ARX is saying you are Anglo-Indian. Well, in residency, I definitely qualify to be Anglo-Indian. But still, I need a visa to live in India, ARX. Being Zorro. Being Zorro. Thanks for the first time to my live stream, maybe Being Zorro. Thank you for coming, sir. The Aryans claimed it as their gods later. What's that's for coming? Is there a network issue? CJ, please tonight, I'm using the camera app now. Yeah, I'm advancing. CJ, please tell me clearly, out of 10 points, how is the visual on this program? How is the visual on this stream out of 10? And how is the audio out of 10? Please tell me now, would you? I see, Rosie, my voice is breaking. Mate, oh, look, I'll stay now. Rody and CJ, I'm lifting the selfie stick right up. How's that? Is that any better? I've lifted my selfie stick and the mobile right up about 3 feet. Is that any better? I'm using the best server for this small village. I'm using the best server, but I've got an old phone and things may change soon, you know? It's all about budget, yeah? Being Zorro says -1 for visuals. Oh, that is bad tonight. We did have some power problem earlier on. Maybe that's affecting the internet, you know? Aditya, Team Aditya, where are you from in Bharat? Can I ask? Thanks, Rosie. You do understand. Aradhana, you do understand. That's good. Good, good, good. Good, good. Yes, Rosie, it's very exciting, isn't it? Doing your own channel, you know. I've been doing this since 5 months only. I was a little bit well known some years ago, you know, a few videos, speaking some Pahari, speaking more Hindi. I was a little bit popular years ago, and people used to say, um, why don't you open your own channel? You know, then I didn't have my own channel, you see. It was more other people were helping me out under their name. K-Shub. First I'll say the real name and then their YouTube name. Okay, K-Shub Gora, where are you tonight? Gora Kaji. Pankaj. Pankaj is here, Sai Recovery. Shivam. Sam Boxer. Aoge Badma. Oh, Sharmaji, Cozy Ken. Aoge Badma. Vikas. Trips Trails. Aoge Badma Vikas. Second installment ma. Joe DeSouza from Goa. Hello, G.I. Joe. They don't. Jung, are you coming back later? Yeah, the channel is more popular than it was, Rosie, but it's not easy to keep a regular core of people. People come and go. Some go completely, never come back. And that's why I'm promoting on like on Facebook and YouTube messaging every Saturday. I'm trying to have a special night where previous viewers can rejoin us. You know, previous viewers can rejoin us just on Saturday night. Have a bit of fun, have a bit of a laugh and a talk, catch up on some news like that. You know. Thanks, Rakshit. Good, good, good. Thanks, that's Rakshi. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Good, good, good. I'll pin that main message again. Right? There you go. CJ, today I had a lovely, lovely meal. Masala. Boh, wah, wah. Some people don't like masala or they can't eat masala, but I must have masala. Medium amount, you know, I like chot pot. Yeah, yeah. Today, CJ Singer, I had my main meal, finishing 3:30 as usual, was some mixed dal. There was isme hamari banani wali, premi banani wali, lobia ki dal daldia, lobia ki dal, in English, string beans. Lobia, string beans are also called, especially in North America, black-eyed peas, black-eyed beans, black-eyed peas, because you know lobia, it's a white bean with like a black eye on it. Very popular in North America, Mexico, Canada, USA. Yeah, and it's cheap. And with the lobia or hamari banani wali lal rajma daldia, lal rajma, red kidney beans, malka, plain lentils, and masoor bhi daldia, whole lentils, sabud malka, kala masoor, like that. And I had the usual 5 or 6 multi-grain paratha, and I had one ragi, millet, and multi-grain mixed paratha, and veggie was, oh, what was it? It was beautiful. Um, green veggie, I think. Green veggie, yes, yes. And plenty of radish salad, kacamula ki salad, cucumber, kakara, kira. Yeah, and that's it. Beautiful. Now it's 8 o'clock. Travel time. Yes, it is, Dev. You're keeping a close eye on me. Thank you. Chulkani, very, very popular in Uttarakhand, yes. Um, soybean dal, yeah. White one, I think, yeah. That's right. And yeah, you love the legumes. You like veggies. Thanks, Dev, for that. I know all of the food and drink words in Kumani language, CJ, all of them. Yeah, yeah. Now it's TTT time. It's TTT session. Now I'm just thinking, just off the top of my head, which travel tale to tell you. Travel tale. All right, just give me 1 minute. Yeah, I'm thinking. Um, 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 um. All right. There's a place in Sri Lanka, in the south of Sri Lanka, accessible from southeast Sri Lanka in the hills. The biggest hills in Sri Lanka, like I said last night, go up to 8,000 feet. In southern southeast Sri Lanka, you've got hills going up to about 6,000 feet. And there's a place I visited in Sri Lanka 50 years ago called World's End, the end of the world, World's End. It's a sheer cliff dropping off about 3,500 feet, 3,500 feet. It just goes straight down like that. Now, I visited there a couple of times. It was a very, very lonely place 50 years ago. Locals said then, 50 years ago, that they still had occasional sightings of big like leopards, occasionally tigers, but occasionally leopards also, and wild dogs. And I visited there 2 times. The first time was very, very misty. It was monsoon season. It was very misty and foggy, so I saw nothing. And people were saying to me, just be careful. Just this is the limit. Don't go any more. It was a sheer drop, 3,500 feet down, called World's End. The second time I went back was clear and sunny. It was near the end of the monsoon. That place, World's End, it's a great name, yeah, the end of the world, a sheer drop off of a cliff, um, was accessible easily through the town where I stayed a few weeks called Haputale. Haputale. I stayed there with a lovely family and they cooked beautiful food. Um, some of them didn't eat spices, but one or two did. So there was the compromise about that. They cooked beautiful food. And I stayed there basically in the second half of the monsoon. So the second time I went back to Sri Lanka, to World's End, southeast Sri Lanka, I had a very, very clear view, and the view was just straight down like that, straight down, straight down. A lot of thick forest, and occasionally here and there you would see houses. That was 50 years ago when I was a young Muruga, right? Like I always say, young Muruga. And you could see kind of some white coloured temples here and there. And on that day, there was just very, very light cloud, very, very light cloud. And it's a very, very popular place, and people like to visit there early in the morning before the sun gets too hot. So that place was called World's End, a sheer drop off of a cliff over 3,000 feet high. Um, Easily accessible through the town of Haputale in southeast Sri Lanka. And I always remember that place. I always remember that place. Um, 1 or 2 days before I told you about my experience. You can look back on the live stream replay if you like, about my experience under Sri Lanka's very highest waterfall. It's about 625 feet high, one sheer drop, you know. And if you look back 1 or 2 days before, you can hear me talking about that. That place is also like in central South Sri Lanka, and that waterfall is called Bambarakanda. Bambarakanda. Kanda means region, area, and Bambara, one local language expert told me, meant bumblebees. You know, like these big, big bumblebees? Bambara. And I spoke about that on a previous live stream 1 or 2 days before. Come back again at 10:30 for another TTT session, yeah? True Travel Tales. That's right, Dev, you remember that story. Yeah, that was, as I remember, a long time ago, the very, very end of that same monsoon season, where it had stopped raining. There was no debris, no rocks, branches, small trees, stones and things there anymore, because the monsoon had then finished, you see. Otherwise, imagine getting hit by some debris directly on the top of your head bathing under a 625 feet high waterfall, yeah? The highest one in Sri Lanka. But, this may surprise you, and soon, I'll talk about, I never visited there, but I'll talk about the highest waterfall on the planet. No, it's not in Nigeria and Africa. It's in Venezuela in South America. I never visited there, so it won't be a true tale, but this is a remarkable waterfall, this one. It's got two separate, it's all the same waterfall, but in between, after 1,000 feet, Angel Falls in Venezuela. And I'll just suggest to you that you look for it in Google or YouTube, because it's a remarkable place in Venezuela, northern South America, Angel Falls. And this is officially the highest waterfall, not one single drop, 2 single drops, as I remember. I've seen it on social media, a total of over 3,000 feet, can you believe? 2 drops of about 1,500 feet each or something like that. Thanks very much for calling me a young man, Rosie. Aradhana from Delhi. Thanks very much. A very, very nice friendship. Very nice. And please come back anytime when you're free. Yes, that's right. CJ Singer. Lemon in the coffee? I never heard of lemon in coffee. No, I just add sugar, plenty of sugar, and ginger. At this time now, ginger powder, yeah? Yes, Rosie, I do love adventure, I do. Living Edge. Yeah, and World's End. Good one. Living on the Edge. All right then. Priyam Langadai. All right, Dev Kumar. Come back when you can, when you're free. Thank you. And Priyam, I'm Anglo-Australian. Okay, now let's have a supper break for 50 minutes, and please come back at 9 p.m, would you, for the second installment of Pahadi David's live stream, yeah? Main Bahar ki David nahi hoon, Pahadi David, Mountain David. Thank you. I love you all. Thanks for your great support, and thanks for spending time on this channel. It's very, very important. Thank you. Namaste. See you after 50 minutes, 9 p.m. Namaste. Thank you.